Alright everyone, welcome back to the Combustion Gamer YouTube channel and NASCAR Heat 5 Florida race, and we are back here in the truck series and we'll be racing the Chevy Silverado 250 at the Canadian Tire. So here we go with a quick look at our playoff grid before we hit the track, and we got ourselves currently locked in the 4th position, while we have Ben Rhodes and Matt Crafton currently getting eliminated at the moment, whereas Todd Gilliland is right there on the cut line. So that's what's going on right there. So we could do really good at this track. We could also do very badly, so we'll have to see how that works. We got a great truck for us to work with, so great job by the team there. And so we also have right here Bristol. We should be able to win that one fairly easily, I would hope, or at least do very well. Should definitely get a really good finish, and that should be able to get us advanced on through to the next round. So for the truck series, what we got to worry about is Las Vegas. That one should probably be able to do pretty good. Talladega should be able to do pretty good there. Martinsville, that's going to be the one that we have to worry about, as I'm almost never good at I always want to say it's Texas, but it's the Texas Roadhouse 200. Cool sponsor. For Martinsville, that one's always going to be tricky. And then Phoenix, hopefully we can get a championship, but we're going to have to wait and see. So the truck playoff continues here for the round of 10. So let's head on out to the track. Alrighty guys, if you haven't already hit that like and subscribe button, please do so. Plus also don't forget to check out the merch shop. Thanks! Alrighty guys, we got a pole winner, Christian Eckes. We got Tate Fogman, who's going to be starting in the back along with Jason White as well. And so this is going to be an interesting fuel economy race. So we did a little bit of practice in the form of one qualifying lap. And so it's done up here in 19th. So we actually did extremely well versus the competition here, as we send Ben Rhodes around on the first turn. Nice. Didn't mean to do that. So one thing that is going to be very helpful for us to know is, as we have a 4-lap shootout here, is that we don't need to be going full tilt on the throttle. We can go very easy on the throttle here and actually run, Dean, run a really good lap time for the most part. So we really don't have to be using full throttle. That should hopefully help save us some of that fuel that we need, because we ran out of fuel very, very quickly running full tilt on the qualifying lap. So being able to know that is very, very, very important. So we can run about basically half throttle this entire race. So it's going to be interesting to see how we do with that strategy. So we're going to be watching very carefully on this, because you see we're already at 3 laps on the fuel. So we really, as you can see, we're keeping up with these guys really good. We don't have to be going full throttle, and if we do go full throttle, we won't be at the right speed for the turns anyways. So it's an interesting race. It's really more playing the strategy than anything else on this particular track. So it's going to be nice and easy around this track here. We got a great truck under us. Got a little bit of front end damage there, but that's not too bad. But yeah, I mean, we're not even running full throttle out of the turn and stuff. I mean, we could, but we really don't need to with where the fuel mileage is going to be. So what's going to be interesting to see is what everybody else can do on their fuel. Getting the crafting here just a little bit. So everybody's spreading out just a little bit, running about 12th here, which isn't too bad. I could totally be smashing the throttle and getting past all these guys, but as I said, this is going to be very important to learn in the first few stages here, the fuel consumption and fuel economy. Really work on that. It's like right here, I can go full throttle. That should get us up to speed and whatnot. We can pull away from those guys, and then just really ease back on that throttle. You can see right there, we already got our fuel warning already going on. So it's going to be interesting here. So everybody else is going to have some different strategies, so it's going to be interesting to watch what everybody does on that. So does everybody come in? Oh, we already got trucks pitting, it looks like. So see, it's going to be a wacky race, as we got people pitting already. Which basically, yeah, because pit road is now closed with 2 to go, we should have pitted there as well because of all fuel mileage. But as I say, it's going to be an interesting race, that's for sure, because we don't need to be using full throttle, because I haven't really put it all the way down yet, so that's going to be very, 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 very interesting. So while we're running around here, guys, let me go ahead and shout out the Wacky Wednesday series currently going on the Combustion Gamer Racing channel. You can check that out down below for the links. Definitely some fun videos there. Kind of fun to get back to Project Cars 2 and have some fun with some different setups there, so that was nice. So check out those videos. You might enjoy some of those. Not necessarily wacky, like wacky mods or anything like that, just wacky car and car racing class setups with different tracks, so I thought it was kind of interesting. So anyways, check it out. Should be fun. So right now we're running 10th, so here's the thing, so we've got to be able to make it all the way back around. So that's, so what is everybody else doing here? Everybody else is continuing on. Let's go ahead and hit pit road here. I didn't see where my tires were, but we'll skip that. We just need the fuel to make it to the end. We'll go ahead and take it all. Looks like somebody's already out of the race so far. 2 people are out of the race so far. Yeah, they're getting pits as well. So it looks like we were assessed a penalty, probably for the, I think we entered way too fast. So it looks like a few, yeah, so that was Johnny Sauter there, so a few of the leaders actually did pit. I didn't think they did. And then Smith there, so yeah, I'm not sure what all the strategy is going to entail here for this race, so it's going to be trying to figure out all that. So we're going to finish all the way back here in the back, so basically no need to really go totally nuts as we totally rip off that tire there. Yeah, so we don't need to be going too fast here, so I don't know. It's going to be it's a very strange race because there's so much fuel mileage you got to watch on this track with how everything lined up settings wise and tire strategy and all that. So it's going to be interesting here as we should be getting everybody. There we go, 30 seconds. So everybody in the top 10 finished, got their stages all the way here in the back. So we got our fuel. Everybody's going to be pitting so we can come down, grab some fuel, grab some tires. I think everything's about where it needs to be. So we just need to grab tires and just to tap off on the fuel. So everybody's cycling here, looks like. So there we go. We gained 5 spots there. One thing I hate is starting on a curve. So it's going to be a wacky race, that's what I'm going to say. So 4 laps once again, we're already at 3 laps to go fuel-wise. So starting in the back here might actually help us. We'll have to see. Who am I getting taken out by? Not sure who that is. Who are you? I don't know who you are. Get away from me. That's what I gotta say. A little bit in the side of there. Gonna get some front end damage once again. So let's see if we can make up some positions here, because we know for sure we can't make it all the way to the end on fuel like somehow everybody else in the truck series can, apparently. Getting the roads there again. He's been a bump stop this entire race. Hello, Jordan Anderson. Hello, how are you doing? Trying to get spun out by Clay Greenfield here. So yeah, we're going to try and go full out on the throttle because we know it. Basically, the next lap we've got to pit to be able to make it all the way to the end of the race or the stage. So there's really no need to save the fuel for this short of a stage. So we'll have to see how the... Sorry about that, Anderson. Trying to just get by. Sorry. So we know for these short 4-lap stints... I'm not getting into the wall. That works. Everybody trying to wreck us here, including the wall. But we know, so yeah, we're gonna have to pit this next time because we'll get the warning light at some point in this lap, which will get us all the way to the end. So we know that's a thing. So we don't have to really take tires, we're just gonna take fuel. And fix our damage. I guess we can live with our damage, that'll be fine. Save a little bit of time. Nice and easy around these because you can really get sweaty. Yep, so see, there we go. So warning light is already on, so we know we have to pit this time. We made up the 10th. We gotta make sure our entry into pit lane is clean. Yep, so we already got people coming into pit road here. Oh, 40. That's why. I thought it was like 45. So here we go. So we can do 1.5 cans of fuel here. I'm not going to take tires. I'm going to get our truck repaired as well. Just go ahead and get that done. So there we go. Oh, 20. Did we get a penalty again? Why do we keep getting penalties? That's because it keeps going 2 to go at the stage? I'm not sure. That's odd. Not a whole lot we can do about that, I guess. I know we came in at the right speed, so either that or this pit road's broke. Which I don't usually race on it, so I wouldn't have noticed if it was. So interesting. Very, very, very interesting. As we get real loose there, not sure why. I think we need to move some wedge to the back because it seems like there's a lot of weight in the front of this truck but nothing going on in the back. Tension-wise and whatnot. Alright, so once again it looks like we're going to get ourselves kind of beat up here time-wise, but that's because we keep getting those weird penalties. So I guess if we wanted to do this again with the current setup, because apparently we're technically at a 25% on the race. And so we're having a really short run around here anyway, so I'm not sure what exactly we could have done to make it longer or fix that problem. Something, I guess. So we're not really collecting points, so that's not helping us out at all. So we'll have to see how long the final stage is. Yeah, this one's always been one of my worst tracks just because of the just wacky, not a plug for Wacky Wednesday by the way, but just wacky fuel strategy and whatnot, because we always get that penalty for whatever reason. So I mean, I guess it would have been a better use of our time if we went ahead and just got tires and stuff, honestly. So if we're going to sit there that long, just grab some tires. It is Canadian Tire after all. I don't know. It's been a very strange track, that's for sure. Yeah, we got a lot of people starting to go to pit lane here at the end of this stage. So, I mean, the problem is we can't make it that far is the problem. Yeah, look at everybody on pit lane right now. A lot of people down there at the moment, so that's... because we haven't even there it is. But yeah, there was so many people on pit road. So it is a very wacky race strategy-wise. You really can't do a whole lot about it. So let's see here. Go ahead and fit up extra on the fuel. Go ahead and do the tires. Let me see here. Reduce wedge for more tension on left rear. I'm going to reduce the wedge just a bit because I need some more. I need more force in the back. I need the back end to be a little bit more tight than it currently is. So we'll see if that helps the truck's drive off here. So let's see what we got. We got right, 6 laps to go in this stage. So we should be able to pit without any problems of weird penalty nonsense and the like. Begin to Lassard here just a little bit. Truck feels a little bit tighter, which I'm very thankful for. As we hit roads once again, he's just constantly been in front of us, getting punted. Each time, though, I must admit, every time we punt him, he keeps getting farther up the grid. So, I mean, we must be helping him somehow. Into the wall. Yeah, definitely getting that rear suspension. The truck feels a lot better. So right now we're going full tilt. And we'll see if we can do some savings after our pit stop, which will be the next lap. Now, caution would be very helpful, but as we have seen, NASCAR really doesn't throw much, has really not thrown that many cautions when we actually needed one this year, so that's been interesting to behold. Alright, so we're up to 5th right here, so I mean, so just watching this with one, good night, we're going to hit the wall. So we know if we come to green, white, checkered, we can move pretty good if we're on the lead lap and get position. So we know that we can probably grab some points with our truck and stuff if we are able to be in like the top 20, top 25-ish. So there we go, we got 2 laps of fuel remaining. Gonna bump in the Crafton. He's gonna get turned around just right. We haven't hit the warning. There's the warning. We might be able to get one more lap out of this tank here. We're gonna kind of wait and see if anybody pits here in front of us. That'll kind of let me know what we're doing strategy-wise. Everybody else. We're just kind of coasting here. If we hit 1 lap to go before we get to this part, then we know we can't make it back around. And we are good. So 4 laps remaining, yeah, so we kind of have to stretch it out just a little bit farther to make sure we can go the full distance. Because we'll come out with a full tank of gas. Question is, do we take tires? Now that's going to be an interesting question. We can probably, I mean, we haven't had that much tire wear, honestly, but this is going to be our longest run minus a caution. So, getting a little bit loose there. Trying not to spend a bunch of our fuel if we can help it. So we're watching tire wear. Tire wear seems to be pretty decent till we hit that right there. Alright, so we gotta come in this time by here. We'll just really slow it down here and see if that helps. Alright, we know we gotta get 4 cans of fuel. I don't want to have a blowout, so we're going to go ahead and do the tires because it's just like I have a sneaking suspicion if I did not take tires, then we'd end up blowing out. So we'll just play it safe and go ahead and grab that to get our full laps of fuel. We got the gas can thing on the wrong side. We actually didn't get penalized this time, so that's extremely nice. So nice and easy coming out of pit road. So about everybody pitted for the most part there. Be nice and easy on our tires on the way out. So we already hit 3 laps to go on our fuel. So we gotta save some of that. Luckily the guys in front of us for the most part should have to pit. I think there's at least 2 of them that have to pit, so that should hopefully give us a top 5. We got Creed right here in front of us, who we should be able to get. So we're letting off the throttle just a little bit here. Gonna try and do max saving at the moment. We got Johnny Sauter currently on pit road. So there goes Creed. I thought he'd actually already pitted, so he actually hadn't. Good night. Almost totally lost it there. So we're currently 4th? How many cars are in front of us as we go spiraling out into the middle of nowhere? There's Johnny Sauter, so he's the guy that pitted. I'm not sure who's with Stuart freezing up there. Okay, so there's multiple trucks in front of us, but still, that was just odd because it's like I was only seeing the one truck. So the question is, does anybody else suddenly have to pit right before the end of the race? Because as you see, the fuel gauge 2 laps already. We're probably going to get there's our warning sign already. So can we win this race by coming to pit road on the end lap? I would doubt it. Right, another truck coming to pit road again. Or might actually finally be coming to pit road, depending on how that works. Alright, so we can make it all the way around, so we have 1 lap remaining, so that should be... Yep, that is our final lap. Very good. So, 1 lap to go, presented by Combustion Gamer Gear. Very good. We're currently sitting in 4th. So the question is, will people have to suddenly come down pit road at the end of the race, as I've got to get this truck to turn. Get back here, Herps. Yeah, man. We're gonna get this spot. This is mine. This spot is mine. There we go. Taking it back nice and cleanly. Go ahead and start coasting into this turn here. Abby tried turning us. No. And we will get a 4th place finish here after all of that. Whew, that is a wacky race when it comes down to strategy. It is just so wacky, but we got 4th, so the in strategy worked out good. We learned what we can do on the tank and did it good there at the end. Ooh boy, that's such a wacky race. I mean, the track would be fun, but you gotta watch so much of the tires and the pit strategy. It is just absolutely insane how much of that you have to watch. Alright guys, here we go with our stage winners. Austin Hill obviously won the race and won a stage, as well as Riley Herbst. We got ourselves Stuart Friesen in second, Johnny Sutter in third, Matt Craft in sixth, Ben Rhodes in seventh, Grant Infinger in eighth, Ross Chastain in ninth, and Tanner Gray there in 10th. Race earnings, we actually have Canadians that love us. That's great. Got ourselves some good cash from the merch trailer. Very, very nice. And here we go with how the playoff standings has changed. So Austin Hill continues to dominate, so I think that's his second win, which keeps him advanced. We have Grant Infinger moving up to second, Johnny Sauter third, Ross Chastain fifth, Stuart Friesen sixth, Matt Craft in seventh, Zane Smith there in eighth, so they're getting the points that they need. Todd Gilliland and Ben Rhodes currently going to get themselves kicked out at the moment, so that's going to be interesting to watch there. So fastest lap went to Johnny Sauter, so pretty good race by him. Austin Hill led the most laps, I'd say so. He was definitely up there for most of it. And then we have Grant Infinger. He moved up from 8th, so he's probably the guy that we got to watch out for in this playoff series. He's definitely got some of the best. And Sheldon Creed had the worst race so far, so got to keep an eye on that. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it here from Canadian Tire. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you here next time for the next race in Florida Racing and NASCAR Heat 5. Thanks, guys, for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. See you later. Bye-bye.